Hello there, welcome to the Genessis Model Show October 2013, and what we've got coming up in the show is we're going to be looking at Pledge's multi-surface wax floor cleaner as a product review stroke tutorial. We're going to be having an inbox review of the brand new release of the MiG-21, which one is it, the PFM by Eduard 1/48 scale, as well as what is going to be coming up this month in October with our Challenger 2 step-by-step video build and our new Corsair step-by-step video build, as well as announcing September's competition winner for our Top Falcons 1/48 scale kit just behind me here, and announcing what is going to be the new October 2013 competition plus more. So let's just crack on with the show and let's have a look at some clear. Hello there, welcome to Genessis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron, and in this tutorial stroke product review we're going to be looking at Pledge's multi-surface wax known as Clear, used to also be known as Future. And what this is, yes, it is a cleaning product. It is for shining up your floors, which for those of you who've not heard about this and you're new to the hobby, it's going to be a little bit of a, really, using floor cleaner as a gloss. And when you first use it, you're going to be a bit timid about using it. But let's just explain a little bit about this floor cleaner. Now, you can go off and you could buy extra acrylics gloss in these 16mm pots, and you're talking about £2, very expensive. You've got other glosses, loads of other different glosses. Off the top of my head, I think for about £6 you've got Alclad's gloss, about 125mm, around about the £6 mark. Also, again, quite expensive. And this is the big point about this product, is that you can go into something like Asda or something like that, and it's around about £5 ish, give or take, depending where you go and all those kind of things. But you get 750 mils of this floor cleaner, which is absolutely massive, makes this really mega cheap. In the US, I think you can get over there, or you might have to get it imported or something, but even if you have to pay for it to be shipped over to the US, it is still very damn cheap. Now, it is a product that admittedly I only use for protection and prep work. If I was to do something like, say, a Ferrari, and I wanted to finish it off with a really nice glossy finish, I'd use another product, a more expensive product. But this is something that's really nice and cheap, that we can do all those gloss coats that we do in modelling, because we do so many of them. We need so much gloss, we want it nice and cheap, but it doesn't have to be like something that's really perfect and really kind of gives you a really perfect finish and everything, because we mainly use it for, as I say, preparation and protection work. So talking a little bit about professional modelling and gloss work, where do we use it? So for you new guys out there, what we do is we like to protect, after spraying our model, right, we like to protect and lock in that paintwork, because if we don't put a gloss on it, we kind of nick it, slightly scratch it or something like that, it's going to scratch really easy. But if we put on a gloss of this clear, it's going to lock it in and protect it nice and solid. So if you do drop it, knock it, scratch it, you're going to nicely keep your paintwork protected. Not only that, it starts to smooth the surfaces of your model out as well, so that when you come around to your decaling stage, you can put your decals on top, and they love a nice smooth surface. It helps them conform better to a model if you've got a smooth surface, eliminating silvering and those kind of things when decaling. And you want to do about 2 to 3 coats of that on top of your spraying. Then, after you've done your decaling, you want to spray on another 2 to 3 coats to protecting your decal work ready for weathering. So as you can see, I mean, you're talking 4 to 6 coats of gloss we're throwing on each and every model. So we're going to use a lot of it, and that is the whole point of having these nice big cheap bottles of clear, because it can get expensive. Not only that, another good advantage to this as well is it dries mega fast. We can spray on a nice light misty coat and it is literally within minutes it's touch dry. Compared to quite a few other glosses that you can actually buy, where you're talking days before you can actually kind of really do anything with your model. So it's good for drying fast as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into the spray booth. We've got a nice Challenger 2 to put a nice protective coat on after spraying. So let's have a look how it performs and how it works. Here we are now in the spray bay with a nice turret of a Challenger 2 main battle tank, and it's all been sprayed up, but we're at this stage now where if we kind of like maybe knock it, slightly scratch it with a nail, it's going to scratch, potentially ruin our paintwork. And it's got a bit of a sort of, I wouldn't say it's like a mega rough surface, but it's a matte surface, and decals don't like matte surfaces, they like nice and glossy surfaces. So what I've done is, what I like to do is our Pledge multi-surface wax clear. It's kind of, shall we say, not exactly good for pouring into our colour cups into our airbrush. So what I do is I like to put it in a nice easy bottle here where we can actually pour it into our colour cup a lot easier. So what's in here is clear. And then what I can do, I get out my trusty Evolution, right, and what we can do, so there was a nice product review stroke tutorial on the Pledge multi-surface wax floor cleaner, and that's some nice clear there. Now, sorry that was only 5 minutes long, couldn't squeeze it into the show, but it will be released in October. So go to the Genessis Models website, and on the website you'll have a news section, and in the news section every Friday I will update whatever new videos are coming out that week. So it really is kind of like a web page saver there to save the news section, to know what's going on, what's coming out, and you'll see that video, the full length version, come out this October. Now just a little bit of news, the Spitfire group build that's going on at the moment, doing really well. You're all building some really nice Spitfires, and we're still getting more and more people constantly entering it, and that's what we want. We want to keep people entering, the new members that are coming along entering. It does finish on the 3rd of December, so you've still got you know, a good 2 months to, you know, start, join, and build a Spitfire. A Spitfire isn't that hard to build, that can be quite quick. So I mean, 2 months is still good enough. I mean, a month could be still good enough in a way, depending on how far you go with it. So you know, still time to get in there and start. And for all you guys who are still building, you know, you've still got plenty of time really to kind of finish. So hope to see more of you on board with that. Now what's going to be coming up October step-by-step video build wise is, you know, we've got our Challenger 2 and we've got the new Corsair step-by-step video builds going on at the moment. The Challenger 2 is being released on a fortnightly basis, and we're kind of getting to the end of the build stage, and we're going to be probably at the end of October showing you some spraying of the Challenger 2, which is going to be really great because you put all that work into doing all that photo etch, masses and masses of photo etch, you know, days and days of work, because it just takes so long, that photo etch, and to finally be able to get some spray paint down and actually see all your hard work and all that photo etch kind of come to life with the paint on, really is good. So we've got that coming along. The Corsair, you know, that's nicely building the way through that, getting it just kind of the main structure of it together, and hopefully you'll be kind of almost at the end of the build stage by the end of October. So let's have a little clip of what to really expect for October 2013. Right, to get started with our enhanced armoured slats, I'm taking one of the slats here, and basically what I'm going to show you for this one, you do for all the rest of the enhanced armoured slats that it tells you to do in the instructions, because there's quite a few going around the hull, going around the turret and everything. So just to kind of speed things up, I'll just show you one. Now what you get is, you do get, and I have already kind of bent this, is you get these little templates. There's 3 in total for 3 different sizes, and it is a very simple bend. You just bend, make 2 90-degree bends
which hopefully you should be seeing right there. 2 90-degree bends, and there's your template. Now before we do that, before we get that template out, what we want to do is make some bends. Now it's really tricky to bend this, and this might seem a bit kind of not the best way to bend, but really because of the way the shape this is, it's really hard to get it into our photo etch bending tool and everything. So what we do is at each corner we make a nice little bit of a bend, just like that. Let's get you in maybe a little bit closer. Ooh, not too close. There we go. We make that little bend. Let's just pick this up carefully, because this is something you really want to be careful with handling, because you are going to bend this very easily. So we want to bend that to a nice 90-degree angle, and then we want to bring our photo etch bending tool out gently, because if we're in here and we all of a sudden open this up, as you can see, we're going to end up bending and making bends. So we need to keep it closed and just open it a little bit and slowly pull it out so we don't damage any of the photo etch. And we do that both ends, nice 90-degree angle like so, and we need to do that to all of these. But remember not to just open up your Tamiya pliers and damage everything, because as you can see that's going to damage. Remember to bring it out slowly and do the other end as well, 90-degree angles. Let's now have a look at using super glue as a filler, because it really is a good way of filling, because it has a very, well, it just doesn't have any shrinkage. I'm using Zappa Gap for this as normal. Zappa Gap's a really nice super glue we can use. What we want to do is we want to just pour in some super glue onto like one of these kind of like just any kind of palette, anything you can find, any scrap ceramic tiles, just literally anything that is just scrap, rather than putting it onto your bench and ruining your bench, because you will ruin your bench pretty damn quick. And what we're going to do, I'm just going to get a old blade. Right, as you can see, looking pretty nasty. It's looking all black because what you could do is when you get dried up super glue on the end of your blade, you can get a lighter and you can quickly burn it off, and it's all kind of good to kind of use this blade as a super glue applicator. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our bottom of our fuselage section here, because if you remember when we was putting this together, it didn't go together quite well, and we had to come in with super glue and actually kind of really squeeze it in, get the super glue to hold it down and everything. And it's, I mean, it has got a little bit of a gappage going on all the way along there. Let's get you in as close as we can. Hopefully you can see, I can actually really feel this with my nail, and you can probably hear it actually. There's that little, quite a bit of a gap going on, and we want to get this absolutely seamless. So what we're going to do is, using our super glue and our blade here as an applicator, is we're just going to run our blade nicely all the way along the our join line, right? And hopefully, as you can see, that application of super glue has been precisely applied to our join line very nicely. And that's what's so good about using a blade as the applicator, because it really does nicely, because it's a blade, it can like really kind of get into that join line nicely, as you can see. And we're getting the super glue right where we want it, and not going off and maybe kind of getting it where we don't want it. It is a nice way of precisely applying it. There we go. So I can leave that to dry just for a second, because I'm not going to use this again, what I want to do is I want to make sure my blade's all good. So as I showed you before, you can get a lighter and you can just burn off the CA glue. Now you probably should be wearing a face mask for this or something like that, extractor fans on, because burning off a bit of super glue can be a little bit nasty. Remember, that's going to be hot, so don't touch it, and it is a blade, so be very careful with doing that. But that's all good to go again next time. And what we can use here is I've got also some zip kicker. It's basically the same as Vital Bond. Now, just to talk about these two actual products here, is the Vital Bond I find is very good at the end of, well, actually let's just say these two products are exactly the same, except Vital Bond has this nice little advantage where at the end, when you've done all your spraying, deckling and everything, and you want to maybe super glue on some tiny little pieces onto your model, if you use Vital Bond and you activate super glue that way, Vital Bond isn't going to leave a mark on your paintwork, whereas a zip kicker is going to leave a bit of a mark, right? So what I like to, but I think zip kicker is a little bit cheaper, so I like to use zip kicker for whenever we're doing anything where it doesn't involve spraying onto paint. But when it comes to paintwork, I like to get my Vital Bond out. Hope you enjoyed those two little clips of our step-by-step video builds that are going on here at Genessis Models at the moment. Do check out the Genessis Models website under the news section, and there every Friday you will see what videos are being released. So now we come to the part of the show where we are going to be looking at who is the winner of the September 2013 competition, which was for what I have behind me here, which is the Top Falcons limited edition 1/48 scale F16 by Edard, and it's got a load of nice resin in there and photo etch and everything. I think it's the Kinetics kit or the Academy F16 in there, I can't remember, sorry. I think it is the Kinetics. But anyway, I did a nice random number generation program, counted down the thread, and I came to Crazy T. So congratulations to you, Crazy T. You have won the Top Falcons kit by Edard. I will email you and I'll get your mailing address, and then I'll ship this out to you free of charge. So congratulations, cracking kit. Now before I go off and I announce October 2013 competition, let's have a look at Edard's new MiG-21. Hello there, welcome to Genessis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron, and this is going to be an inbox review of Edard's new MiG-21 PFM 1/48 scale, and it is a Provi Pack edition. Now this is a new kit release for September 2013, and it's a new tool as well. So let's get this on the bench and let's see what we actually get in here. Let's start off the inbox review by let's just have a look what's in the box without me going off and opening up any bags. Right, well, first off, we've got this nice little separately bagged clear parts, and there's quite a few in there. And then we have what looks like to be, we've got 3 separately bagged sprues of grey plastic, and we have, it looks like we have about 3 sprues in one bag, 2 sprues in another, 2 sprues in another, so we've got a nice total there of 7 grey plastic sprues. So there's quite a bit of plastic going on with this kit. Got a nice glossy, nice kind of quality paper instruction manual from Edard, which has also I do believe a lot of nice markings here for different paint schemes and lots of different countries actually, so we've got quite a bit of a variety of schemes we can paint. We also then have, it looks like we have two nice decal sheets going on here, which I would say these are your markings, and then we've also got would be your stencil sheet as well. And I do believe Edard does like to use cartographer, cartographer, made by Cartography, these decals, and we all know, should know by now, that if it says cartographer, they are virtually the best in the world, so we haven't got to worry. Nice bit of a photo etch, 2 bits photo etch frets as well. We'll have a look at them closer, and some canopy masks as well. This is basically why it's the Provi pack, is you get this bit of aftermarket parts actually with the kits. Let's open all this up and have a closer look. Let's start off by looking at our instructions. Now the instructions, we've got this nice glossy, well quality, good paper for the instructions in colour, which is also nice. As usual, we have this nice kind of introduction to the actual aircraft, just to give us a bit of background to it. And then as we go through the instructions, you'll notice that it is really nicely laid out. It's got colour in there, and what I do like is the way they let's bring you in as much as we can. I mean, for example, what we've got here is it shows you these kind of this blue lines of where the pieces actually get glued to, right? So you're not, say for example with C19 here, we've got this little raised area just in the middle of the piece, and it's showing that you're going to be gluing obviously C52 to the left hand side of this raised piece in the middle, rather than say maybe gluing it to the right hand side of that small piece in the middle. It just helps you indicate a lot better, whereas most manufacturers, they won't even do that. You'd have this potentially with no kind of blue lines and markings to kind of show you where it's exactly being glued. So I do like that, and as you go along in the instructions, you will have options showing you where all the photo etch goes, which it also does show you that you can do this without photo etch if you want as well. The engine section looks nice, like that's going to build into something nice as well, and it looks like you are nicely building up some sidewalls as well for your cockpit area. But apart from that, I mean, the instructions do look actually really nice and clear, which is kind of a surprise really, because to be honest with you, if you've ever done any kind of photo etch of Edards, their instructions are never the best. I mean, they don't show you where to bend this and bend that, and it's quite surprising how actually really damn good these instructions are for their kits. So just going through the instructions, there's nothing really to kind of harp on about. We've got a nice ejector seat there that we can build by the looks of it, and that's just out of the box, which is a nice touch. It shows you where to put all your canopy masks as well, and you've got loads of weapons that you can build, and it also gives you a nice call out of showing you, you know, what weapons go where and what kind of configuration you can have there. I hope you enjoyed that nice product review there for the MiG-21 by Edard. Now, sorry it was only 5 minutes long, but the full length video is about 16 minutes long, which is too big to fit into this show. So, you know, keep a lookout again, Genessis Models website in the news section, and in there you'll see every Friday what videos have been released, and that will be released, the full version, in October sometime. So that's the MiG-21, which is really nice to see Edard putting out such nice kits. I mean, they haven't got many kits that they've made. They're kind of new to the whole kit building, but I mean, they are pulling out these nice next generation kits, and it's really exciting to see what they're going to pull out next. So that's Edard. Now we're going to announce October 2013 competition, but before I show you what it is, if you want to enter, you go to the forum, and in the forum you just need to go to the competition section, and then it will be under October competition 2013, and just make a post in there, something like count me in, please count me in, or anything like that, just something to that effect. One post, remember, just one post, just to get you entered into competition, and that's it. And it is free to be a member on the forum, right? The website membership, that's where you pay, and that's a separate account.
whereas the forum, it's a different account and it's free. So doesn't cost you anything, and I'll even pay for the postage and packaging to have the product shipped out to you. So what is going to be the October 2013 competition? Well, it's just down here. It's quite big and heavy actually, and it is the big whopping 1/32 scale US Marine Corps FA-18A, and this is by Academy. It's a special edition, and it is just absolutely massive and heavy. It's about 30 centimeters long. I've had a little quick look inside here, and the surface detail looks really nice and crisp and well detailed, and it's quite an expensive kit as well. And not only that, it has been sponsored and given to us by boys10militaryMiniatures.com, which is really nice of them to give us this kit to give away to you. So go check them out and see what kits they've got, because I know Wayne is always doing all sorts of offers and everything. So thanks for you guys for offering us. If you want to enter the competition, again, make a post in the October 2013 competition thread. So sadly, we're now coming to the end of the show. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you with some photos again of what the members have been getting up in the forum here at Genessis Models. So until next month in November 2013, my name's Bobby Waldron. This is the Genessis Models Show, and I hope you've enjoyed.